Hi everyone, Animal Girl here, back with another edition of TV Talk. It's Sunday, and that means it's DreamWorks Dragons Day. And this week's episode of Race to the Edge was Snotlout. After talking with his father, Snotlout becomes convinced that the other dragon riders don't think that much of him, and becomes determined to prove himself as an effective leader with disastrous results. Okay, things I liked about this episode. To be honest, this was kind of a meh episode for me. I honestly didn't really like a lot about it. I mean, not much worth mentioning here, but I also didn't really like anything about it. It was an episode that didn't do anything for me. It kind of, more than anything, went back to the one-sided rivalry between Hiccup and Snotlout, and by one-sided, I mean, it was really Snotlout doing a lot of the rivalry, or thinking there was a rivalry. Hiccup obviously didn't believe there was anything, and this was something I thought was resolved between the two of them at the end of Turn and Burn. So, almost a season ago. Because we really haven't seen a lot of Snotlout trying to be a leader since then. True, after they meet the Guardians of the Wing, we do see a little bit of him going through the trials to be the king of the island, but I think that was more at Mala's insistence than anything that Snotlout wanted. This is really the first time we see, and he really wasn't in competition with Hiccup during that time either, even if it was self-imposed competition. Here we actually see that, and it just, again, to me, it was like a throwback to 4 or 5 years ago when they were teenagers or younger teenagers, before Hiccup really established himself as a leader. And I just felt it was something that really wasn't needed. It was something that they had suggested they had gotten past, and we get right back into it. So it's like really confusing, especially when you get into How to Train Your Dragon 2, where there isn't that competition between them. It is established who's the leader, who's going to be the next leader of the village, and whatnot. So it's, like I said, in my opinion, it was just something that really wasn't needed, in my opinion. And it was more of a filler episode, in my opinion. On the flip side of that, things I didn't like about this episode, nothing. Again, to me, this was more of a filler episode. I do this with my writing. Sometimes I'll just do like filler books because I don't want to get too into the plot line of the story and or the continuing story, and throw too much there, even though I don't publish anything, and throw too much there. So I'll do filler episodes or filler stories. On Wattpad, I'll do that. I'll do filler chapters where it's not necessarily something that's going to contribute to the whole of the story, but it's part of the story in a sense, but if you skip over it, you're not going to really miss anything. I do try to, in those, however, spoon feed a little information, a little backstory on the characters as well. So I do understand why some, excuse me, TV shows will do filler episodes. It kind of helps just distract from what's going on. In this case, I felt it was too much of a distraction. We did have them going up against the dragon hunters, so there is that. We haven't really seen them do that since the pilot episode of this season, Defenders of the Wing Part 2. Well, I guess last week's episode 2, they were kind of up against the hunters, but not directly. Well, Riker, but other than that. But again, I felt this was a filler episode. Hoping, again, I have not seen this season yet, so I'm kind of getting into the whole, this is what this season is and whatnot. So I'm hoping we will get more into the actual storyline, because it started off great. We have the new allies with the Guardians of the Wing, and then we had the bounty on Hiccup to show that he and the riders are really starting to get to the dragon hunters. But then we get this episode, which was like, in my opinion, it kind of fell a little flat. Now, some of you may have liked it. For me, I really just didn't. Again, I felt it was a filler episode. But, that's just kind of my opinion on what the episode on it. So, I mean, if you liked it, I'm glad you got a good episode out of it. I personally, not one of my favorites. Okay, feel free to leave your comments and questions in the comment section. I do love to read those. And please like and share this video if you're watching on Facebook, or like and subscribe if you haven't already if you're watching on YouTube. And feel free to follow me on Wattpad, Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter, and DeviantArt. I do have my name for those 5 sites right there on the screen, as well as the pictures I use for the icons. Please note, all pictures seen within this video do belong to their respected artists. I own absolutely nothing. And the link for the 5 sites I mentioned will be in the description section as well, if that makes it any easier for you guys to locate them. And for those of you watching on Facebook, I will have the link for my YouTube channel in the description section. And for those of you watching on YouTube, I will have the link for my Facebook page in the description section. Okay, quick reminder on my comment rules. Okay, feel free to check out my other DreamWorks Dragons videos. My other DreamWorks Dragons TV Talk videos. my other TV talk videos, and my other videos. Okay, before I sign off, a few things I'd like to touch on. First off, and this is for my YouTube subscribers, all of my videos that are not on YouTube can be found on my Facebook page. Again, the link will be in the description section. And this one is for my Facebook friends. All of my videos that cannot be found on Facebook are on my YouTube channel. Again, the link will be in the description section. I will be posting the link for all my YouTube videos to Facebook, but if you're having any problems viewing them, please just go directly to my YouTube channel. Lastly, I would like to apologize for not posting a video in over a month. Unfortunately, my Sundays got a little busy and I just did not have time to either watch Race to the Edge, let alone do a video on it. So I do apologize for that. Unfortunately, this will happen from time to time. I will try not to let it happen again, but unfortunately it is something I cannot control. So I do apologize in advance if I miss posting a video. As always, thank you for watching and have a very nice day.